Target date funds are the bane of investment options. Welcome to the action episode of the Retirement Mentorship Podcast, where we look at action items from this week's The Trouble with Target Date Funds. The point of this podcast is threefold: to challenge and increase your knowledge of finances, to deepen and grow your belief in financial planning, and to inspire and encourage you to act on your plan. Hopefully Monday's episode on target date funds both challenged your knowledge of target date funds and grew your belief that you should have a real investment plan. Now it's time to act. While you can and should set your 401k to operate automatically, you should first positively identify your target portfolio before you let it ride. Don't do the defaults. Have an investment plan. So here's your action items for this week or weekend. Number 1, log into your 401k or employer plan and check to see if you have any target date funds. If you're driving or mowing the lawn or doing something right now where you can't log in to see your 401k right this minute, then set a reminder. Ask Siri or Bixby or whoever you use to set an alarm for a future time when you know you'll be able to take a few minutes to check this out. So log into your 401k and see if you have any target date funds. Remember, these are funds that end in a year number, like 2025 or 2050, depending on how old you are. If you have any funds in your 401k that have a 20-something number on it, you are in a target date fund. Also check your spouses. We see this a lot where maybe one spouse in a couple is fairly on top of their finances, but they forget that a lot of money in the household is still going into their spouse's 401k as well. 401ks make up the bulk of most people's retirement investments as they are working, and this is too important to leave it to a default option. If you have any target date funds in there, you need an investment plan, ASAP. But first we have to know. So, action item number 1, log into your 401k and check to see if you have any target date funds, and check your spouses. Number 2, check with your retiring parents if they have any target date funds. If you have parents that are close to retirement and have 401ks, or at least have been working, you can assume they have 401ks, you might want to just briefly ask them if they have any target date funds. No need to get nosy and figure out all their retirement investments and where they have everything and how much of it's going to go to you as an inheritance. Just ask them if they have target date funds. And if they do, or they don't even know, then pass along this episode to them. If they don't know if they have target date funds, it means they don't know what's in their 401k, and they almost certainly do. This episode might be the one that gets them in gear to make sure that their retirement is planned for and properly allocated for. My brother once told me about the book, The Total Money Makeover, and I will forever credit my brother for starting me on the path of financial focus. People thank those who originally put them on to a good idea. And if you are what puts your parents on to really taking their finances seriously, they will be forever grateful to you. So number 2, check with your retiring parents if they have any target date funds. Remember, target date funds in or close to retirement are the worst times to have these types of funds. They're dangerous. No one should own them. And action item number 3, schedule a time to get an investing plan. Put it on your calendar. If you don't have one, a full investment plan that addresses all the areas of investments, you need to get that. You need to schedule it. You're not going to randomly be able to put one together. It needs to be scheduled. If you're a DIYer, then you need to schedule a day when you will create it yourself. If you're working with someone and they haven't looked at your 401k and you're still in target date funds, that means they're not really that comprehensive, because anyone who is advising you on your finances should at least be looking at your 401k and giving you some ideas. Yes, there's some rules around whether or not advisors can directly recommend products or investments in your 401k, but there are also at least some education and guidance that they should be giving you on these 401ks. And that guidance should not include being in a target date fund. So if you have a rep already and they haven't looked at your 401k, or you still have target date funds, you may need to find a new one. Or if you don't have one, schedule a day when you will look for one. We've got some episodes coming up on how to create an investment plan or how to find a good investment advisor to help you create one. So you may want to schedule this a few weeks out, but schedule it nonetheless. Pick a time when you can be free of kids if you have them, and with your spouse if you have one, and really sit down and either create your investment plan and carry it out, or sit down to find someone who can help you do it. It's too important not to do it. It's not enough to know or even believe in the items in this podcast. We have to act. So here's your action items. Log into your 401k and your spouse's to see if you have any target date funds. Check with your parents to see if they have any target date funds, and schedule a time to get an investment plan. We improve our lives by doing, not just knowing. And the decisions that you make to get this plan done may just make you tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. Let this be the day. Do it now or schedule a time to get it done. That's it for this week. We'll see you on Monday.